Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Tech with Heart's all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technologies, systems, and strategies that will help them to maintain competitive advantage in a rapidly changing digital landscape. And today's topic is about accessing free advertising dollars for small businesses. The idea around how you can utilize powerful platforms such as Google and on their dime for simply sharing your knowledge. It provides social impact, but it also puts money in your bank account. So if this is of interest to you, buckle up. I am going to share some insights that will probably blow your mind. It's a different way of thinking about going about doing business that most are not doing. But Tech with Heart has partnered with a company called Powered by Grants that's going to make a huge impact in communities, just a social cause. See, corporations, let me just kind of set the premise. Corporations are wanting to give back to communities. They're wanting to support nonprofit organizations and other entities that are doing such great work in communities or towards a certain type of a demographic. They're wanting to improve lives, and by doing so, they're of course makes them look good, but it also gives them an opportunity to write off a certain amount on their taxes. Social corporate responsibility is what that is called. And so because of that corporate social responsibility, small business owners that are actively out there sharing knowledge in hopes that that knowledge will entice potential customers to come in and work with them. It is possible now to take that same knowledge that you're sharing for free and get paid for it using other people's advertising dollars. So there's different types of grants, right? So there are some grants that you apply for as a for-profit or a nonprofit, and you may get awarded it. And then there's stipulations that come with that grant, like you must use this grant towards this, or that. And then you need to sometimes reply back within quarterly statements of how that money is getting broken down so that there's visibility. But you can kind of see how that could kind of feel like restricted funding, right? And then there are those grants that you have to keep reapplying for year after year. Well, what we've discovered is that there is a pretty big conglomerate out there. Their name is Google, and they have a corporate social responsibility initiative in place and have for a decade or more, and that is called Google Grants. And so think about this. If you were to take that knowledge that you're sharing so freely and openly to the public in hopes that it would be a great lead magnet or lead generation source to get people to know, like, and trust you, and then ultimately want to hire you for your coaching or for your consulting, or even like as a lawyer might want to share some knowledge to just show that you're open-hearted, you want to serve people, so you share certain knowledge that others might not be so freely open to sharing, and you do that in hopes that people would realize that you are a caring lawyer. You can think about this as doctors. Doctors want to, set themselves apart by sharing knowledge for free in hopes that it would make people be attracted to them versus other doctors that do the same type of work. This concept is not new, the idea of sharing knowledge as a lead generation source. But because of this corporate social responsibility, there's organizations like Google that are very happy to take that education. And if you were to be open enough to working with an entity like our partners and turn that education into an educational nonprofit initiative, then you can actually gain access to Google's ad dollars around $120,000 a year. Sometimes you can go and you can increase that amount beyond $120,000. That is what I'm talking about. Using other people's money, Google's money or other entities' money to then advertise this wonderful knowledge that you're already offering for free. And then on the back side of that, you're able to nurture relationships with those people that have opted in for that free knowledge that you're sharing. And you could potentially make sales on the back end for your for-profit, or it can even be profit for the nonprofit that you set up, so that ultimately your company is growing and you're using Google Ads dollars to drive traffic to those free resources that you're putting out there for people to grow. And the information that you're sharing is, you're doing it because you genuinely care and you want to empower people, you want to enlighten people, and you want to improve people's lives. So it's a really, really cool idea. And Tech with Heart is so excited to be sharing this information, because I know Tech with Heart, we are a nonprofit organization that's solely focused on enlightening and empowering minority students in the San Francisco Bay Area, underserved students. We want to give them apprenticeships, and the Tech with Heart initiative needs some funding support in order to make that happen. So Tech with Heart Foundation has its own Google grant, and we have many partners that are offering valuable resources and services, such as our Powered by Grants partner that is indeed going to consult with anybody that's interested in learning how they can acquire up to $120,000 in free advertising money year after year in perpetuity, meaning that you do not have to reapply for this type of grant. It is simply granted to you, and as long as you stick within their parameters of how you can use the platform, you're not restricted to any one particular area of growth in your company. And that is a beautiful thing. So it's in perpetuity. So what I'm basically saying, that I would encourage you, if you are a person who wants to grow your business while continuing to have social impact and just provide people with knowledge, this is really something you should look into. It's kind of a revolutionary way of thinking about taking advantage of how a corporation is structured and set up. It's like, think about this, Harvard University. They are set up as a nonprofit. MIT, it is a nonprofit. Those two entities, they went and created online learning centers, just a hub for people to go and gain access to free knowledge, like a Udemy kind of a platform. Those are all nonprofit initiatives, on nonprofit corporate status. So they're able to get a Google grant, and Google will allow them to use up to $10,000 per month in free advertising to go and attract more users on their platform to provide more valuable knowledge and information, so that more people are enlightened and there's more impact because of that enlightenment. It's a beautiful thing.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at Revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
So anyway, I recommend that you check out or go and have a free consultation meeting with our partners, because they will kind of help you see how your particular for-profit that you're currently running and offering free valuable knowledge to people as a lead source, you're able to possibly take that to the next level and turn and create like a nonprofit educational arm off of your for-profit company. And you don't have to do any of this yourself. Our team will do it for you. Or if you want to do parts of it yourself, that's fine too. Tech with Heart Foundation is on board with supporting any existing nonprofit to go after and acquire a Google grant if you do not have the means to do so yourself. It's pretty easy. You just have to take the time to do it. You can actually go to Google and you can Google type in the search engine, Google grants for nonprofits, and follow the steps and apply for that Google grant as you're a nonprofit if you're already established as a nonprofit, and then just go through the processes and the steps to provide the verifiable information proving your status, and then they'll likely give you grant access. And then once you have grant access, if you need any help managing or creating those ads, and those ads could be to a blog that you're providing valuable information. It could be driving traffic to a community that you've built online in which people are continually providing valuable insights and information. It could be an ad going to a podcast that you host, or like with myself, we have the Tech with Heart show, and we interview many experts on that show. And so on the Google Ads, we can actually point people to go listen and tune into the show, or seek to get interviewed on the show. So it's publicity for them, but it's valuable knowledge sharing for our community. So there's a lot of different ways you can use these Google ad grant monies. And like I said, you get up to $10,000 per month in perpetuity. And Google still is the largest search engine in the world. And so being on that platform is super smart savvy. So today's topic is all about how you can gain access to other people's money to promote your knowledge that you're sharing already. So that one of the ways that we're talking about doing that is through Google ad grants. So I hope you are excited as I am about this potential of taking that knowledge and getting paid for it, and also empowering others and like in millions. So the exponential growth here is just phenomenal. It's like mind-boggling. So with that said, I'm just going to ahead and drop a URL here. I invite you to go check it out. It is something absolutely, probably hadn't thought of this at all. And after you think about it, your mind will just go crazy and you'll be like, wow, 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 wow. There's so much potential here. So go to techwithheartfoundation.org/ad grant, all one word, ADGRANT, ad grant. And you will be taken to a page where you can see and learn, and then opt in to book a free consultation, just a 15-minute consultation to identify how particularly your entity might benefit from this new source of funding, and see where it goes from there. And if you're a nonprofit and you need any help getting or managing your Google ad grant, then techwithheartfoundation.org is a great resource for you. Reach out to us. We're happy to consult with you and come up with a crafted package that would be a perfect fit for your nonprofit organization. But the other part, I'm not talking about nonprofits exclusively. I'm talking about for-profits, people who are already giving away very valuable information, and you want to continue to do so, that you're providing that social impact and enlightenment and empowerment. But now you want to be able to make a lot more money. I'm talking a lot more money because of that knowledge that you're so openly willing to share. All right, so here's to your success.
Embracing technology is a must. How you use it creates impact. Tech with Heart Foundation offers education and support, allowing entrepreneurs, small business owners, and students to become competitive in ever-changing tech environments. Our nonprofit provides expert business insights, live events and masterminds, apprenticeships for minority and underserved students, and mentoring and leadership training. We need donors, sponsors, and partners. Learn more at techwithheartfoundation.org.